One word.
One word.
Change the way I live life.
One word.
One word.
Change the way I live life.
Cancer.
Cancer.
Cancer. The facts speak for themselves. 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in her lifetime.
Testicular cancer is the most common cancer in men ages 15 to 34.
Most people receive 80% of their lifetime sun exposure by the age of 18, and more than 1 million cases of skin cancer occur every year.
Regardless of your age, how you look, or how you feel, make prevention a part of the way you live life.
Think you're too young to get cancer? I was 17 when I was diagnosed with colon cancer. 70,000 young adults defined as ages 15 through 39 are diagnosed with cancer each year. I was about 14 years old and I started to pass blood in my stool. And I didn't really want to talk about it to anybody because at that age it's embarrassing, and come on, could I have at least had, I don't know, an ear problem, but not a colon problem. So I waited a long time and I kept passing blood, but I kept telling myself, oh, it's gotta be something else. Maybe it's just a strain or something. And then finally, 3 years later, I can't believe it took that long. And that's when I went to the doctor, and it took him a month to figure out what was wrong, and it was shocking as the evidence revealed. And I'm lucky to have had symptoms. A lot of people don't have symptoms, especially for something like colon cancer. And they said if I would have waited another 6 months, just in my naive state, thinking that it was strain or something else, that I would have been too far along to really recover at all.
It's a good idea to see a doctor on a regular basis, even if you feel fine. I first found out that I had breast cancer during my first mammogram at the age of 41. I never went to the doctors thinking I had cancer. So it was just a group of women. We started talking about, getting mammograms, and I had mentioned that I had never had one. So I decided to make an appointment, and I went, and that's when they told me I had stage 1 breast cancer. I'm actually lucky that I went in when I did. I probably should have gone into the doctors and had my first mammogram a few years earlier. But I'm very fortunate that I went at that time to have the mammogram, and I caught it at that stage, and I've been cancer-free for 5.5 years.
My mom had her first chemo treatment last night, and it was very hard watching her go through it for the first time. Seeing her pain and seeing her body react to it was hard. My mom's not one of those people that you would think would get it. She's such a good person. She's just, like, why her? And it just hits you like a ton of bricks, and we're still learning how to cope with it.
My sister was diagnosed with multiple myeloma at age 38. My daughter had bilateral mastectomy. That means she had both breasts removed, and she did 6 weeks of radiation, and she actually just had reconstructive surgery. My daughter's 27. If you think you're too young for cancer, you're wrong. My cancer is considered inoperable. I have an inoperable tumor, and my options are radiation and chemotherapy. I've already done radiation, and so now I'm doing the chemotherapy. My children are reacting very differently to my cancer than to my sister's. My youngest son, who is 17, took it really hard when my sister passed away. And so when telling my kids that I have cancer was the hardest thing that I've had to do. because I know how devastated they were when my sister passed away. So they cope by not talking about it. So they don't talk about it, and I don't talk about it. My tumor can't be removed. The doctor actually told me that my type of cancer will one day take my life.
No one is exempt from developing cancer. I am the founder and CEO of Packager Prevention, and my mom passed away from cancer. What I miss most about my mom is just her words of encouragement. You knew you could call her at any time of the day. You knew that she always had the answer. She was always right. Losing my mom at the age of 22 is one of the worst things I could have ever imagined. But like her last journal entry said, each day is a sign of renewed hope.
Start changing your odds today.
Start slow. Conduct a self-breast
or testicular exam at home.
Talk about it. Ask your family about their medical history.
Start changing your odds today.
Make an appointment with a physician, stick to it, and go.
Ask questions and speak up about your symptoms and family's medical history.
Start changing your odds today.
Get screened. Start with your annual physical.
Ask your doctor what other screenings are right for you.
1 in 3 people now living will develop cancer.
Lung cancer is the leading cause of cancer deaths, and every year it kills more Americans than breast, colorectal, prostate, and pancreatic cancer combined. These are just a few of the more than 200 types of cancer.
Take charge of your health and live life.
Take charge of your health and live life.
So take charge of your health and live life.
Take charge of your health and live life.
Take charge of your health and live life, like I did.
Join others in changing how we fight cancer, one screening at a time.
Once you've completed a self-exam or visited a doctor for your annual physical, add to the count.
It's simple. Just go to packagerprevention.com, click on Add to the Count, tell us what screening you've completed, and watch the count increase.
Changing how we fight cancer starts with us.
We owe it to ourselves and our loved ones.